Hey guys, welcome back to another Warframe video, and this time I'll be talking about the new weapon called Zarr. So it's the new primary released with along with the three more weapons: the Twin Roga, the Keshik, the Broken Scepter, and the Zarr is a primary. So you can get Zarr from the market, you can get its blueprint, and for making Zarr you need 1800 Kuwa resource, 30k credits, and 2400 alloy plates, 5500 salvage, and 1 dragoon. Well, that makes sense because of the firing mechanism. It's like dragoon, but you don't need to charge the weapon. I mean, you don't need to hold the trigger to fire like in dragoon. You can either charge and shot, or you can just shot by pressing it. So it has two modes. The first mode is cannon mode and second mode is barrage mode. The first mode shots one round per click, and that round detonates into multiple number of flags upon contact with surface or enemy, and those flags deal a nice amount of explosive damage and impact damage, which is 25 impact damage and 175 blast damage. So you will be dealing like damage from your initial shot and damage from your flags, and because it has 15% critical chance, you get a lot of critical chance, I mean a lot of crits, because of lot of number of flags. And also the status is really nice, 20% status chance, plus you have a large amount of flags, so you get a large amount of status as well. So it can be made for crit as well as status, which you will just see in my video. So I went to war with some of my friends to test this weapon, and it proved really amazing. You can just see that these guys are getting blown away, blown apart into pieces because of the blast procs and the corrosive damage which I'm dealing. And it has a really nice crit chance. You can see the 15% crit chance is actually not the reason. The reason is the high number of flags, high number of projectiles it fires each shot, and you will be always getting nice amount of crits per shot. So I recommend to build it for crit as well as status. And here's a corporate nullifier, and you can see that this weapon takes out the nullifier bubble really quickly because of multiple number of damage from the flags. So not even the nullifier crewmen can stand against this weapon. This is really great and undoubtedly one of my favorite primary. So you can see this is my first build, and it also does a really nice amount of damage, and it does a really nice amount of CC as well because of the cold damage and the status chance. So you can see these guys get frozen in a very large radius, and that just because of many number of flags which is spread throughout the large AoE, and freeze these guys plus deal damage. And already many of them are down. This weapon is really great, and I think the damage in this build is a little bit less than Tonkor, but that's just because of the low crit damage mod I'm using. I'm using just hammer's shot for crit damage, and status I'm not using vital sense in this build. So if I switch to vital sense instead of rhyme rounds, I can get really high number of crit damage, and will be really much more devastating than it is right now. But this build is for frames which can't do CC, unlike Nova, Nyx or Rhino. Now this is my second build. I switched rhyme rounds for vital sense for more crit damage, and you will see it does a lower amount of CC because of absence of cold damage, but a large amount of damage, much larger than my previous build. So I'll just show you. It does a really high amount of crit damage. You can see that already some of them are down, which wasn't the case in my first build. Just look at them. They are fucking dying like nothing. It doesn't look like they are level 100, but actually they are. You can see that clearly. And remember to hit them on their feet rather than on their body, because the flags will bounce away from them if you hit them on their body. Now here's the second mode. You can switch to the barrage mode by pressing your alternate fire button, and then you can use left click to fire the secondary mode. Now you can see it also does a nice amount of crit damage, so the build will be same for the secondary fire as well, and it shots multiple number of pellets per shot. But the problem is that it has a really wide spread on it, so this one will be recommended to fire from a close distance, because if you try to fire at enemies from a really far distance, it won't deal much damage. As you can see, I'll be shooting him from really far, and it doesn't do that amount of damage as it was doing previously. And if I go close to him, you'll see that I deal a really large amount of damage than I deal from far. Gone. That's really great. So this is also quite good if you don't want to damage yourself. If you have a squishy frame, then you can use the secondary. So that's a really good build, and it's like a successor of Penta for me actually, because it does self damage just like Penta, but it has a mode which doesn't do self damage like a shotgun, plus it has a crit chance, way better crit chance than Penta, and it has three rounds, which is better than Tonker. So it's kind of mix of both of them, and also a mix of Dragoon in it. So that was it about this weapon Zarr, and I'll be doing Twin Roga, Keshek and Boken Scepter builds as well, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. If you really liked it, then please like and subscribe for more. Till then, goodbye.